Good morning. This is the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Friday, April 19th. A look at precipitation over the past 7 days on the left. We did have significant wetness in the green to yellow indicates a ½ inch to 1.5 inches of rain for northern areas of Utah, Nevada, into Idaho and western Wyoming. Lesser amounts to nothing as you head further southeast and to the west. On the right-hand side, percent of normal, you can see the above normal percentages here, anywhere from 150 to 300% of normal across parts of northwest Utah, northeast Nevada, southern Idaho, but below normal most other areas. On the left-hand side, we have significant snowfall accumulations in the past 72 hours. This is lingering from the earlier week storm. In the yellow, anywhere from 6 inches to over 12 inches of new snow, and in the dark red, locally higher amounts in the Uintas, western Wyoming. Also the higher terrain of Idaho. A lot of that snow that fell in the lower elevations quickly melted, so the snowpack or snow depth that you see here on the right-hand side is mainly in elevations above 6,000 feet in the north and above 7,000 feet in the south, but they are indicating anywhere from 40 to as much as 100 inches of snowpack in some of these areas, and that is an above normal snowpack. You can see the percent of normal water equivalent within the snowpack, anywhere from 140 to over 170% here in Utah. Similar amounts, if not even higher, across Nevada, and about 122 to about 118% here in central Idaho. Also around 120 or so percentage over western Wyoming. So above normal water content in that snowpack. In terms of fuels, our 1,000-hour fuels, they've started drying out in the south. You can see down here they're 11 to 15%. So some of the heavier fuels in southern areas will be receptive to burning finally after a long wet period, but areas further north that had wetness, that is still probably too moist to burn. But some of the 100-hour fuels, lighter fuels, especially in Nevada, Arizona Strip, and southern Utah, have dried out considerably. Satellite imagery shows that we have a trough of low pressure, cutoff low off the southern California coast, a deeper low with a front moving to the Pacific Northwest, but currently over the Great Basin, high pressure providing lots of clear skies, light winds, very warm temperatures, probably the warmest temperature of this spring season so far. That'll go away later this weekend as this front approaches, but overall good dispersion with this front. So under this high, dispersion could be somewhat limited, but that'll change as we go into the next couple of days. So the weather map for this afternoon, you can see that little cutoff low off the southern California coast and a deeper low off the Pacific Northwest coast. But over us, high pressure, dry air mass given by these tannish to reddish shades. Overall dispersion, though, still good. Even though winds will be light, the sunlight's going to heat up the ground, create good upward vertical motion, good vertical mixing. You can see those mixing heights here. Hard to see here on the key on the right-hand side, but vertical mixing here, several thousand feet above ground level. Transport winds start picking up, especially as you head across the western portion of the Great Basin. Then on Saturday, there's a trough of low pressure. Clouds move in, showers across Nevada, Idaho, into western Wyoming. But in the vicinity of low pressure, there's also excellent dispersion given by the areas in white here on the right. On Saturday, pretty good transport winds coming out of the southwest, especially across southern areas and now into a good portion of Utah. Vertical mixing also excellent here on the right-hand side. And then on Sunday, there's that low, actually cuts off right over the Nevada-Utah border. Excellent overall dispersion, but there'll be lots of clouds around, some showers. Snow levels probably around 8,000 feet or so, with rain or showers below that. Transport winds, you can see them circulating around this low. The weakest winds under the low pressure center, better winds elsewhere. Good overall smoke dispersion with southerly winds coming up ahead of the low and more of a northerly flow behind the system in Nevada. The Utah Clearing Index, areas in the red indicate really good dispersion. Now, the best areas will be across southwestern sections of Utah today, but expands to all areas Saturday and Sunday, except locally right across the colder Great Salt Lake waters. In terms of 3-day precipitation accumulation, you can see the best amounts here in the blue across the higher terrain of central Nevada and across southern Utah and western Wyoming. But even the dark green here, you can see 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. Again, snow across only the highest elevations. This will be a pretty warm system. On Monday, still some lingering clouds and moisture across the eastern portions of the Great Basin, starting to dry out to the west. Excellent overall dispersion areas in the white. And a ridge of high pressure tries to nose in. We're not going to be under the high, but it'll be nosing with some clearing, so still excellent dispersion. High pressure starts building in Wednesday. You start seeing a few limited areas of dispersion in those red areas. We're missing ventilation for the last day, but flat high pressure over the Great Basin with another system with clouds and showers across northern areas. Precipitation accumulation is to be from Monday afternoon through Wednesday afternoon. Very spotty, otherwise most areas in the Great Basin staying dry. The 8 to 14 day outlook, April 26th through May 2nd. Warmer than normal temperatures, drier than normal across western areas, near normal across central areas, and there is a signal for some more wetness that will be confined mainly to our eastern areas. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day. Our next briefing will be this coming Monday.